dry ice machine to fill, first thing that you want to do is on here, you want to make sure that this lever is in the highest position. So this is down. That's where you drop it to when you're ready to fire the dry ice. But when you're filling, you want it all the way up to the highest position here. So this should be level with the ground. That raises this basket on the inside all the way up. Now, when you are filling this, if you are at an outside venue, it's something that you're going to want to communicate with, if possible, ahead of time with the couple. Have them ask their venue if they have a water source that you can fill this up with. At Superstition Manor, there's lots of different places that you can fill this water. We're in the barn right now. So behind the bar, next to the ice machine, right here. This is our, so this is a fill station. Right here you have a long hose, and it's this side. Don't do the short side. This side, you want to make sure, so there's chemical options right here. Obviously, don't select the chemical. Make sure you're on rinse water. So you just turn this knob where you need it. Make sure you're on rinse water. If it's been on chemical, to turn this on, put it in the sink first, push down, and spin to lock, and let the hose rinse for a little bit. Make sure that you get all of the chemical rinsed out of the line. Once you've done that for a few seconds, you're just going to take this, put it right in the bucket, and turn it on, and fill it up. Now, what you want to watch for, when you know that you're at the full level, the water line is going to just barely reach the bottom of the basket here. And that's what you want to look for. You don't want it past that level, but you have to have it at a minimum of that level, otherwise the heater won't turn on when you plug it in. So just hold the hose here, wait until the water reaches the bottom level of the basket here. There we go. So you have just barely little level of water here, and that is perfect. Once you have this filled up, you want to make sure you close the lid here. And you have, this is your heater, very important, don't touch this box, that's going to get very hot. So you have two different plugs here. If you plug them both in, and it has a dual heating element, and it will heat faster if you plug both of these in. You want to give yourself a minimum of an hour of heat time, even with both of these plugged in, to make sure that this thing is hot enough. You just plug it in, and you're going to see these, this red light turn on. This red light does not turn on. That means your water level is not high enough. That will only turn on when the water is high enough. You'll know that this is fully heated and ready to go when this light turns green. Once it turns green, you're ready to fire. But you got to wait for that. You want to set this up, get the water in it, get it plugged in. First thing when you arrive, give yourself plenty of time. You can't overcook the water. So plug it in, let it go as long as possible. So once your dry ice machine is totally heated, the green light is on, you're going to unplug it from the wall. You don't need any cords to operate it at this point. Now, where you position the dry ice machine is very important. You want to make sure that you talk to the photographer or something like that. Find out what is the main background that they want to capture in their video. And you want to position the dry ice machine on the opposite side of the main background. So here at the barn, typically the main background that we go for is the stage. Nice and pretty, it's got the curtains, the twinkle lights, the head table up there. It's a great main background for this. So we would position the dry ice machine on the opposite side with the spout facing the background. Other thing that you want to make sure, if you're at a venue and you have fans on in the ceiling, you want those off. Even the littlest bit of breeze will blow your dry ice away, and you want to make sure your fans are off for the point of the first dance. Next part is the dry ice. If you have a dry ice machine, you need to stop at a grocery store. If you're at the Manor, the Bashas' right down the road always has dry ice in stock. You want right around 8 to 10 pounds of dry ice. Doesn't have to be specific, but you're gonna purchase the dry ice. The company will of course reimburse you for that, but here's the dry ice. Once your dry ice machine is heated up. The light is turned green. You're ready to go. It's time for the first dance. Before you do anything, you want to actually break up your brick. There's going to be about 2 bricks worth when you drop the dry ice, but you want to break it up into really small chunks. That's going to help the dry ice machine fire much better. So if you have a hammer or just bang it on the ground a lot, you want everything to be about the size of like a regular ice cube or smaller. Rip the bag open, give yourself a nice wide opening on it. And again, you're gonna have 2 bags. You're gonna open this up, get this in position. So again, make sure before you dump it, your handle is all the way up. You do not want this down at all. Now, once we dump the dry ice in, you're going to lower the handle down to the first notch, not all the way down. Once the dry ice seems like it's fading out, then you're gonna lower it, come back again and lower it all the way down to the lowest level here, okay? So again, before you dump ice, when you first start, and then once it seems to be fading, then drop it all the way down. Drop it in, close the lid, and down to the first level. If you feel like you're not getting quite enough out or anything like that, just go ahead and drop it all the way down.